I want to talk about intrusive thoughts because over the last few weeks I've been having all sorts of thoughts. Well, for maybe since like September, I've been having all sorts of unpleasant thoughts because of my computer. Because my computer was kind of broken. Not the computer itself was broken, but there was a whole bunch of there were hard drive was unstable, and for one, I was having intrusive thoughts that would not get fixed, and I was having an intrusive thought that it just still wasn't repaired. And I looks like my thought was right, because I actually got kernel panics, and at first I was anxious because kernel panics is exactly what happened while my drive was unstable. But I thought that it was just my messages just syncing, and it was using up significant energy, so I stopped syncing messages to iCloud. And after a few days, it actually didn't seem to restart. And just after I thought everything was okay, after I thought everything was solved, there was nothing to worry about, I was wrong. Because on the 3rd or something, I got a kernel panic again. First my computer didn't turn on, so I unplugged it and replugged it in, and it said, you wanna know what it said? Your computer restarted because of a problem. Now obviously I was pretty concerned, and then I went ahead and I did a whole bunch of things. I restarted my computer multiple times. I put my computer to safe mode. And, before all this, I logged in. I put my password in. I logged in. Just as I was about to use it, it restarted again. So I logged in again. I was obviously pretty uneasy at this point. Pretty uneasy at this point. And then but then I started restarting it. I was restarting it myself a few times so that I could get into safe mode, and a whole bunch of other troubleshooting steps. And it said that it was actually Windows Server that crashed, or was it Windows Saver? I can't remember. It said that one of those things crashed. When Server crashes, it's not really a kernel panic. Usually means an application. It's my mom's car. Like I was saying, it's not exactly a kernel panic. Not said something your computer was broken. But I was quite wrong, because gosh, I don't know what I'm saying. I was wrong because when I tried restarting it for the last time, just to confirm everything was okay, it started restarting itself multiple times, even while it was restarting. I mentioned this in the last video, if you want to watch that. So yeah, I was getting a lot of intrusive thoughts that my Mac was still broken, and it's exactly what happened, sadly. But I want to talk about something even more. Gosh, my dad always screamed at me for some reason. Um, yeah, like I was saying, gosh, I don't know what to say. I want to talk about something that absolutely, it's another car. It's my mom's truck, I think. I want to talk about something that kind of wrecked me. I know that sounds weird, but how about I talk about an experience like that? It wasn't my mom's truck, it was just some random truck. No red. So basically this was in 2024. And I think this happened like last July. Yeah, I think this happened in July. I got these intrusive thoughts of that were probably much worse. I mean, actually looking back, they were definitely a lot worse. I kept getting these horrible intrusive thoughts of getting canceled, humiliated, and ostracized by people and ostracized by people and stuff. And now it doesn't seem too bad, but I remember it came to my mind and like it being so like dreadful. But instead of being like stressed, it's like you have anxiety now, and so that really shook everything up for me. And I was considering leaving YouTube. I was on the very edge of leaving, and so that was it. So yeah, and these thoughts were on my mind all the time, even when I tried distracting myself, and it was just a horrible ordeal. And and also, and I was worried that like something would happen that would cause me to get ostracized. So I kept fearing that, this thing would happen and it would get me canceled or something. And I wouldn't get a second chance to defend myself, and I wouldn't be able to say, oh, it's not true, it's not, Sorry. So yeah, that was it. 2024 was a rough year. It wasn't all bad in every spot. Like, I had perhaps probably one of the best summers of my life. It was all nice and hot. It was, what am I saying? It was nice and hot, and, there was a lot of good vibes going on around that time, despite my anxiety and intrusive thoughts. And, eventually after, my mother knew about the being canceled thing. She knew about the intrusive thoughts. So yeah, those were my intrusive thoughts for over the last few days. I mean, not days. Over the last maybe like year, and it was just a terrible ordeal. But after praying to Jesus constantly and constantly enjoying these activities that make me happy, I was gradually able to filter these negative thoughts out of my head. 1 second. So yeah, that wasn't very bad. Wait, no, that was very bad. What am I saying? So basically, if you're experiencing these, don't just stay silent about it. Tell someone you trust. Pray to see Jesus if you follow a religion. So, yeah, that's my short pep talk for this afternoon. So bye everyone.